Hey everybody, this is Brittany.
Well, please sit down.
Oh no, I don't have a mask.
I was gonna say, buddy, get her a mask.
My big fat fabulous life star Whitney Way Thor paid tribute to her parents' anniversary on social media this week. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, My Big Fat Fabulous Life. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Whitney's mother Babs passed away at the end of 2022 and her family misses her each and every day. This week, Babs and Glenn Thor would have celebrated their wedding anniversary. Although Babs is no longer here, Whitney kept her mother's memory alive with a touching Instagram post. Keep reading to see what she said and how her followers responded. Whitney Way Thor honors Babs in a touching Instagram post. Each milestone after losing a loved one can be incredibly difficult. However, Whitney Way Thor is choosing to remember her mother and honor her memory on her parents' anniversary. Even though it's painful, Whitney loves talking about Babs and remembering her fondly. Today would have been my parents' 46th wedding anniversary. I am so lucky to have been raised by two people who not only loved me so well, but also loved each other so well. It was such a gift to watch my dad care for my mom during the last year of her life. Whitney shared on Instagram. She attached a video featuring her parents together, including Babs' final days in assisted living care. My dad always says that any sacrifices he made, or that we as a family made, to care for my mom were no big deal because loving her and being loved by her was the reward in itself. And he's right. We would have gone to the ends of the earth for my mother, but she made everything so easy just by being her. Happy anniversary to my dad and my sweet mommy girl. Right away, fans left kind comments for the family. You were lucky to have loving parents who not only loved their children, but also each other deeply. Blessed be them forever. Blessed be your mother's soul. One fan wrote in the comments, "My heart. Can't watch this without tears swelling in my eyes." Another added, "Your mama was and is awesome, because I know she's having a blast in heaven right now. Happy anniversary to these two amazing souls." Glenn Thor soldiers on after losing his wife. Although Whitney's father Glenn still misses his wife, it seems that he's doing well. Back in the spring, the MBFL star shared a photo of herself and Glenn. She gently kisses the side of his head while he flashes a toothy smile at the camera. As the anniversary of Babs' death approaches, it's likely that Whitney will keep sharing sweet memories of her parents. Follow TV shows Ace Online to keep up with Whitney Way Thor and the latest My Big Fat Fabulous Life news. Whitney Way Thor, the vibrant star of TLC's My Big Fat Fabulous Life, has captivated audiences with her unfiltered look at life, love, and the pursuit of happiness, all while living in a larger body in a world that often tells her she should be smaller. But beyond the dance moves, the laughter, and the advocacy, Whitney is a daughter, a sister, and someone deeply connected to her family. On her parents' anniversary, Whitney took a poignant moment to remember and celebrate her mother, Babs, in a way that would resonate deeply with anyone who has experienced the enduring bond of family. Whitney grew up in a home where love was not a quiet, reserved thing. It was loud, expressive, and sometimes a little chaotic. Her parents, Glenn and Barbara Babs Thor, were the center of her universe. Their love story was one for the ages, full of laughter, mutual respect, and an unwavering partnership that set the foundation for their family. As Whitney sat down to write her tribute to her parents on their anniversary, her mind wandered back to her childhood. She remembered how her mother and father would dance in the living room, their steps uncoordinated yet perfectly in sync in a way that only they could manage. Babs, with her infectious laugh and twinkling eyes, would often pull a young Whitney into their impromptu dance sessions, spinning her around until they all collapsed in a heap of giggles. "I learned to dance before I could walk properly," Whitney wrote, a smile tugging at her lips. "Mom and Dad showed me that love is about movement, about adapting to each other's rhythm, even if you sometimes step on each other's toes." Babs was the rock of the Thor family, the one who kept everything together with her unshakable optimism and boundless energy. Whitney remembered how her mother could turn the most mundane tasks into adventures. Grocery shopping with Babs was like a treasure hunt, with her pointing out the marvels of fresh produce as if they were rare gems. Mom had a way of making life magical, Whitney wrote. She saw the extraordinary in the ordinary and taught me to do the same. Whether it was baking cookies, planting flowers, or just sitting on the porch watching the sunset, she made every moment special. Bab's strength wasn't just in her ability to create joy, but also in her resilience. Whitney recalled the times when her mother faced challenges with a grace that seemed almost superhuman. Whether it was dealing with the ups and downs of family life or facing health scares, Babs never lost her spark. She showed Whitney that strength wasn't about never falling down, but about always getting back up. As Whitney grew older, the lessons from her mother became even more profound. Babs was a wellspring of wisdom, often imparted through stories, anecdotes, and sometimes simple one-liners that would stick with Whitney for years. Mom always said, "Life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful." It was her way of reminding me that even in the midst of chaos or imperfection, there is beauty to be found, Whitney reminisced. She taught me to embrace life with all its messiness and to find joy in the unexpected. One of Whitney's favorite memories was a late-night conversation with her mother when she was a teenager. Struggling with self-doubt and the pressures of fitting in, Whitney found solace in her mother's unwavering belief in her. Babs sat with her, sharing stories of her own youth, her own insecurities, and how she overcame them. She told me that it's okay to feel unsure, and that the key is to keep moving forward, to keep dancing, even if you don't know all the steps yet. Whitney wrote, "That night, she gave me the confidence to embrace my uniqueness, to love myself as I am." Family celebrations in the Thor household were always grand affairs, filled with laughter, food, and an abundance of love. Whitney fondly recalled her parents' anniversaries as some of the most joyful times. Babs would go all out, planning surprise parties, baking elaborate cakes, and ensuring that every detail was perfect. Mom had a gift for making everyone feel special, but she always put extra effort into celebrating Dad. Whitney wrote, "She believed in celebrating love, in acknowledging the journey they've taken together. She showed me that love is something to be cherished and celebrated every single day." Whitney remembered the 25th wedding anniversary party as a particularly memorable event. Babs had secretly gathered old friends and family from all over the country, turning the backyard into a wonderland of fairy lights and nostalgic decorations. The look of surprise and joy on Glenn's face was something Whitney would never forget. That night, I saw just how deep their love ran. It wasn't just about the big moments, but about all the little things that added up over the years. Whitney wrote, "Mom showed me that love is in the details, in the thoughtfulness, and in the effort we put into showing each other that we care." As the years went by, life brought its inevitable changes. Whitney moved out, started her career, and faced her own set of challenges and triumphs. Through it all, Babs remained a constant source of support and inspiration. Even as she aged, Babs' spirit never dimmed. Whitney recalled a particularly difficult time when she faced public scrutiny and personal setbacks. Feeling overwhelmed, she turned to her mother for guidance. Babs, as always, had the perfect words to lift her spirits. "Mom told me that life is like a dance floor. Sometimes you lead and sometimes you follow. Sometimes you stumble, but you keep moving. The important thing is to stay in the dance," Whitney wrote. Her words reminded me that I was never alone and that I had the strength to overcome any obstacle. The passage of time also brought moments of reflection. Whitney found herself looking back on the countless lessons her mother had taught her, realizing just how much Babs had shaped her into the woman she had become. Her mother's legacy was not just in the memories, but in the values and strengths she had instilled in her children. On this particular anniversary, Whitney decided to honor her mother in a way that felt deeply personal and meaningful. She organized a small gathering of close family and friends, a celebration not just of her parents' love, but of Babs' enduring spirit. The evening was filled with stories, laughter, and tears as everyone shared their favorite memories of Babs. Whitney led the group in a heartfelt tribute, recounting the many ways her mother had touched their lives. Mom taught us all so much about love, resilience, and joy. She showed us how to find beauty in the everyday, to dance through life no matter the circumstances, Whitney said, her voice thick with emotion. Tonight, we celebrate not just an anniversary, but the incredible woman who made everything possible. As the night went on, The group danced, laughed, and celebrated in a way that would have made Babs proud. Whitney felt a deep sense of gratitude for the family she had and for the mother who had given her so much.